Hi folks, I'm Dr. Robin and I'm back for another episode of K-Pop Science EDU. To celebrate the fact that I got tickets to see Jackson Wang in Toronto in May, I decided to make a quick video about dopamine because of his song, Dopamine. In the song he sings, "I came here to get some dopamine." So what is dopamine and why would he go somewhere to get it? He doesn't have an official video for dopamine and the fan videos I found from shows weren't great, but he did post a short clip for a TikTok duet challenge.
I came here to get some dopamine. Make it go on no gasoline. Yes, I know you've been waiting for me.
So I thought I was gonna come here and make a quick video about how dopamine makes us feel good, because that's what we all think, right? When we're doing something we like, our brain releases dopamine and then we feel good. Well, it turns out that isn't actually right. Dopamine does not make us feel good. Dopamine does not make us enjoy things better. This was a theory that was introduced in the 80s that really caught on and kind of became part of everyone's general knowledge. And then the scientists in the field learned more and updated their understanding, but the rest of us didn't know. So what happened? The theory was based on the fact that treating animals or people with drugs that block dopamine's effect caused those animals and people to stop consuming or doing what they enjoyed. The popular conclusion then was that dopamine was needed for people to feel enjoyment from those things. Reasonable. But then additional research showed that blocking dopamine does not in fact reduce enjoyment, and increasing dopamine does not increase enjoyment. So what is going on? Note the difference. Dopamine doesn't affect how much we enjoy something. Dopamine affects whether we want to do something we enjoy. So dopamine doesn't increase when we are doing something we like and then make us feel good. Dopamine increases when we think about doing something we like and then motivates us to go do that. So if you activate someone's dopamine, you don't make them enjoy that thing anymore. You just make them want to do it more. And if you block someone's dopamine, they still, for example, like ice cream, but they don't care enough about that to be motivated to go get some. This is what is seen in people with syndromes that are traditionally thought to decrease a person's ability to enjoy things, like Parkinson's or schizophrenia. Studies have reported that people with those syndromes still enjoy things just the same. Using the ice cream example, they still like ice cream. They just don't care enough about liking it to crave it or want to eat it. The scenario is shown here in this animation by a talented young animator, Caleb Winter. The person without dopamine is not feeling great, thinks about ice cream, but has no motivation to go get an ice cream to feel better. In contrast, the person with dopamine is not feeling great, thinks about ice cream, and runs over to get it. So really, dopamine affects our motivation. Increasing our dopamine increases our motivation to do something, and decreasing our dopamine decreases our motivation to do something. So how does it do that? Let's check that out using another beautiful animation that Caleb made. When we are thinking about something we enjoy, like eating ice cream or seeing someone we love, neurons in certain parts of our brains are activated. What does that mean? It means an electrical signal passes down the neuron and causes the neuron to release dopamine from its end. The dopamine crosses over to different cells that have receptors that allow them to respond to the dopamine. When the dopamine binds to those receptors on different types of cells, different pathways are activated that motivate us to go get what we want. Okay, time to go get some ice cream. As a cool side note, this is how many people represent neurons activating. To activate a neuron, an electrical signal travels down the length of the neuron and causes the neuron to release different molecules from its end. In the case of neurons with dopamine, the electrical signal activates it and the neurons release dopamine. And now check out the background of the official lyric video for Dopamine that 88 Rising released.
I need a little smoothing out the rough, I would relieve. I want to feel your touch, I would release. A little something in the car. I came here to get some dopamine.
I'm not exactly sure what that is in the video, but I'm quite sure that they selected the animations to look like neurons activating. They were totally on board with the science related to dopamine. So what does this mean about Jackson's song? Does it mean Jackson's song is wrong? Well, I guess scientifically you wouldn't say, "I came here to get some dopamine." You would actually say, "I came here because of dopamine." But even if that's the case, of course, the song is still brilliant. And the scientific lyrics aren't quite so romantic. So maybe when you're listening to it, every once in a while, think in the back of your head, I came here because of dopamine. And that is it. Until next time, keep listening and keep learning. Kamsahamnida.